body and dumbbell focused. This workout is a little bit more lower body focused. This workout is going to have, well, we'll start with a warm up, 2 circuits that we're going to repeat 3 times, and then we'll cool down. So since there's fewer exercises that we're going to do each exercise for a little bit longer in this workout. We'll work for 40 seconds and we'll have 15 seconds to recover and move on to the next exercise. So unlike the last workout, the warm-up in this workout isn't going to be timed. We're going to go through many of the same moves that we went through in the last video, just because those are really good moves, total body, to get our entire body warm. You probably want your 5-pound dumbbells, have them on a chair, have your water, and then we're going to work with a step. So I'm going to suggest being just at the bottom of your stairs. If you're worried about ruining the carpet on your stairs or anything, you can put the towel down, but really that might not be great, just because you could trip on the towel. So wear clean shoes. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with our warm-up. We're just going to start with that march again, just marching your feet, pumping your elbows, getting the heart rate up, really working on warming up the legs, warming up the core, warming up the upper body. Chest stays lifted. Oh, I hope you're playing your music. If you haven't started your music, stop the video now and turn your music on your phone, because music's important. If you want me to make music for you, I can make music for you. All right, we're here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stand with your feet about hip-width distance apart. A little bit of a bend in the knees. Draw the shoulders up, back, and down into their sockets. Again, up, back, and down into their sockets. Keeping that core engaged. Pull your belly button back towards your spine and up towards your low ribs. And also think about your low ribs coming in and down towards your belly button. All right, let's do one more in this direction, up, back, and down, and then we're going to switch directions. Forward and down. Back, up, and forward. Back, up, and forward. Let's do 3 more here. Make them deliberate. 2, and 1. All right, we're going to turn to face forward, and then we're going to push our palms, bend our elbows, and step our feet side to side. So as slow or as fast as you want here. So if you want to go faster, you can get a little bit lower, but if you want to stay at the same speed, just remember, core is always engaged, always in that ready position, like someone might come give you a little love pat on your belly. Take nice deep breaths. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Continuing with the side steps, we're going to lift our arms out to the side. A little bit different warm-up for the shoulders than when we were pushing. So keep your shoulders, and turn to the side, away from your ears. So down, back, and in their sockets. We'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now start with your feet about hip-width distance apart, slight bend in the knees, pivot the right foot towards the right arm reaches towards the right, and pull it back. Pivot towards the left, and pull it back. Right leg pivots as you reach towards the left, left leg pivots as you reach towards the right. So, warming up the muscles along the side of the torso, and the twist begins in the torso, not the low back. The pivot is very important. Pivot and reach. exhale as you twist. Inhale as you come back through center. You don't even need to move. Here for 4, 3, 2 more each direction, and 1. Okay, we're going to continue with the pivot, but this time we're going to reach up. Pivot and reach. Pivot and reach. If overhead reaching doesn't work for you, you can push down as you pivot. Really feel your core working as you do that. You're really feeling it as you reach up as well. You can even put the opposite hand on your belly to remind it to stay engaged. We're here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, I'm going to face you. We're going to come into a hamstring, a butt kick. So, heel towards your butt, and then pull like you're pulling something back and squeezing your shoulders. Really try to get that heel to your butt. You can even put your hand back there to remind your heel to kick your tush. Here for 4 more each side. 3, 2, and 1. Now we're going to stand up, and all I want you to do is put your hand on your butt, squeeze your butt muscles, hold for 3, 2, 1, let go. Keep your hands there. Squeeze your butt muscles, 3, 2, 1, let it go. Squeeze your butt muscles. These are the muscles we're going to be working in our workout today, along with our quads, our calves, and all the other muscles in our legs. But sometimes our butt forgets to fire, and we need to remind it. So that's why we're putting our hands on it to remind it to fire, and continuing to squeeze for 3, hold 2, 1, let go. Squeeze like someone's going to give you a little smack back there, and let go. Let's do that 2 more times. Squeeze your butt, and let go. 1 more time. Squeeze, and let go. Okay, so now that we've fired up those butt muscles, we're going to come into a little squat. So stick your butt back, bend your knees, and then press through your heels, squeeze those butt muscles, and come up to stand. Inhale, as you lower, stick your butt back. You can keep your fingers or your hand on your butt. Press through your heels, squeeze your butt to come up. So we're squeezing our quads, the big muscles in the tops of our legs, and our butt. Squeeze, and come up. Again, inhale, stick your butt back like you're holding groceries, and you're going to close the car door with your butt. Press through your feet, press through your heels, squeeze your butt to help you lift. Let's do 4 more of those. Back, squeeze, exhale, lift. Inhale, press your butt back. Exhale, squeeze and lift. I think we have 2 more. I lost count. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, stick it back, and exhale, come up. Okay, we're going to do some side steps, not 1-to-1, but we're going to take 3 steps in one direction and 3 steps in the other. So I want you to come down into that kind of ready position, squeeze those butt cheeks, and we're going to step with all 10 toes facing forward, 3 steps to the right, and then 3 steps to the left. You can keep your hands on your butt to remind it to squeeze. Sometimes you have to put the mind in the muscle to remind the muscle to work. So these aren't huge steps, they're not teeny tiny steps, they're just working on firing up the glutes, these big quad muscles that are the biggest muscle groups in our body. And the more we work those, the higher our metabolism starts to burn. Okay, let's do 2 more. in each direction. So that was one, and we have one more in each direction. So my knees are staying back. They're never ever going in front of my toes. Okay, so that was our warm-up. So now the first circuit, we're gonna work near the bottom step. We're gonna work 4 exercises for 40 seconds each, and we have 15 seconds in between. So since we have a long rest, I really want you to focus on working in those 40-second work periods. The first round, when we go through, we're going to use no weights, and then I'm going to give us the option of adding in weights for the second and the third round. I am going to get the timer going. Our first move is going to be a squat, which we were just working on in our warm-up. If squats are really hard on your knees, you can do a chair sit. So I'll start by demonstrating with a chair sit, and then we'll go into squats. So you're gonna sit into the chair, press through your heels, squeeze your butt, and stand. Sit your butt back, sit on the chair, and then press through your heels, squeeze your butt, and stand. If that's too easy and you want to just do squats, remember, butt back, knees stay in line with your ankles, squeeze your butt, press through your heels to stand. You can put your hand back on your butt and squeeze and stand. Hands on the butt, or put your palms at your chest, squeeze and stand. So that was 40 seconds. We have 15 seconds, and then we're going to start our next exercise, which is going to be a step up onto that bottom step. So I'm going to do alternating feet. So first my right foot steps up, and then the next step up is my left. Press into your heel as you step up onto the steps. If you need to keep an eye on your feet to make sure that you're landing completely on the step, you can keep your eye on your feet. So the way I like to do this is step up right foot, step up left, step down right, step down left, and then step up left, step up right, step down left, step down right, just alternating. Hope that wasn't too confusing. Now we're going to stand with our side facing the step. So I have my right leg facing next to the step, and I'm going to step onto the step with my right foot and then just kind of tap my left. Press through my right heel, squeeze my right butt cheek, and step up. So this is creating a little bit of a balance work here, which is really good for us because rarely in our day-to-day movements are we completely balanced on one side. So this instability work here really helps us to also be prepared for things, motions, movements that we do in real life. So remember, press into the heel, squeeze the butt as you step up. Press into the heel, squeeze the butt. Now we're going to do the other thing, the same thing, sorry, on the other side, facing the opposite direction this time. So sorry, you get my backside view. But I'm stepping up this time with my left, press into my left heel, squeeze my left cheek. So also working the back of the leg, the hamstring a little bit here. If you need to, put your hand on your butt to make sure that it's firing. Okay, so now we're going to leave those exercises and we're going to do 4 different exercises that don't involve the step, and then we'll come back to those same 4 exercises. So at the bell, we're going to come into that side step and pull. So stepping your feet side to side. The lateral movement is some of the best exercise that we can do, because oftentimes in life we need to step to the side to pick something up, or step to the side to close something, and we rarely train that way in exercising. So the more lateral moves like this that we can do, the better. I'm going to turn so you can see how I'm pulling my elbows back towards one another, opening up the chest as I'm stepping right to left, left to right. The next move is going to be a forward step, backward step, and I'm going to alternate the foot that steps forward each round. So for example, my right foot steps forward, left, right foot steps back, left foot steps back. This time, left foot forward, right foot forward, left foot back, right foot back. So if that's too confusing, then each round, start with a separate foot that leads, stepping forward and back. Just getting the heart rate up here a little bit more. Okay, the next move, we're going back to that butt kick, hamstring curl, but we're gonna have our arms up and we're gonna pull them down as we kick our butt. If that doesn't work for you, you're just gonna cross opposite arm each time you take a step. But if you can, really, as you kick the hamstring or the heel to your butt, pull your arms down. This really gets the heart rate up when we reach overhead. And again, you can go as slow or as fast as you need. And if you need to hold on to something, you hold on to something and you kick your heel up towards your butt. Okay, our final move is a standing crunch. So scarecrow, W arms, and I'm gonna lift one knee. So whether that looks like just your toe on the ground or your whole knee comes up and you bend your chest, hinge and bend, hinge and bend, hinge and bend. So you're crunching your core towards your knee. And if it's hard to do, you're losing your balance, hold on to something and just push your knee up towards your chest with your tailbone pointing down, the front ribs pulling in towards one another, or we're back to here. Okay, so we are going to go back to the exercises where we used the step. And remember, we started with a squat. So either onto the chair, butt back, sit down, sit up straight, press through your heels, squeeze your butt as you stand. And we can add weights in this time. They can come by your side. Or you can sit back into that squat, like you're sitting your butt back into a chair, stand up, squeeze your butt. Sit back, press through your heels, squeeze your butt, and lift. Remember to put the mind in the muscle. Don't let that butt get lazy. When we sit, when we drive, our butts turn off. And then we start to hurt our knees. So now we're doing alternating step-ups again. You can hold the weights in your hand, or if that throws you off balance, just put the weights back down on the chair. I'm going to start with my left foot. So my left foot is going to step up first, then my right, left steps back, right steps back, then right steps up, left steps up, right back, left back. And I'm just going to alternate that. And again, think about squeezing your butt as you step your foot up onto the step and press through your heel. So your heel needs to come up onto the step. The heel is the part of your foot that makes contact with the step first. Hope you've got some good good pumping music on right now. Okay, I'm gonna stand with my side body facing the step. And again, you can hold the weights or you can put the weights down. And I'm gonna take a big step up. My right heel is gonna come onto the step first. And then I'm gonna step down very carefully with that left foot. Squeeze the right butt cheek. Press through the right heel. So my toes aren't stepping up first. It's my heel and then my midfoot that get all the work. They get to do all the work. So again, my front ribs are like I'm sewing them, knitting them in towards one another and pulling them down towards my hips. Keeping that core engaged. All right, we're gonna do the other side. So again, mind in the muscle, whichever leg is stepping up. Give that butt cheek give it a good squeeze to remind it to work. And then take a big step, press through your heel, squeeze your butt. Press through your heel, squeeze your butt. So the toes don't step up first, the heel steps up first. Anytime we're climbing stairs, you want to make sure that your heel and your butt are starting the work, not your knees. If we step up with our toe first, then our knees are going to have to do more work. All right, so if you have the weights in your hand, go ahead and put them down. And we're going to come back to those 4 more cardiovascular moves, although this whole workout is a little bit more cardiovascularly focused. So remember, it's a side step and a pull. So it's a side step, I don't know why I just made that noise, and a pull. Okay, timer malfunction. Okay, side step, pull. So this time, let's go just a little bit faster. You know, you could even use that long band that you have here and pull the band towards your chest. Something maybe to add in next time or 2 times from now when you do this workout. So squeezing those elbows back and in towards one another. Squeeze your butt. I know, I've said it a million times. Okay, now we're going to go back to those forward and backward steps. I'll start facing this direction. So I'm going to take my first step forward with my left foot, left steps back, right steps back. Switch it this time, right forward, right back, left back. Left foot this time. Lead with the right foot. Left, right. So just switching directions each side. It's similar to that step up, only we're on flat ground, so we can go a little bit faster. But again, mid-foot heel step, knock the toes first. And just alternating. Okay, on to the third move, which is the hamstring kick, which is the butt kick and the arm pull down. And remember, you can hold on to something if you want to go a little bit faster, and the overhead pull isn't good for you. So kind of flex your toes back towards your knees here so that your ankle is in a dorsiflex as you kick your butt with your heel. Squeeze that imaginary pencil between your shoulder blades. Chest stays lifted towards the ceiling like there's a string, like you're a marionette and there's a string pulling you up. All right, standing crunch. So, scarecrow arms. And we're gonna alternate lifting a leg and crunching. So really squeezing the glute on the steady leg, on the leg that's standing, and pressing the foot into the ground. And remember, you can hold on to something, a chair, a wall. So pulling it on that back, in and up as you lift the knee in towards the chest. All right, and now we're going to move on to the step again. We're doing the exercises on the step. I'm watching the timer. Last time I did something weird. Okay, so right foot left, right down, and then alternating. Lead right, lead left. Really pump the arms this time. Oh shoot, you know what I forgot? The squat. We'll have to go out of order. It's okay. We'll do the squat next. But anyway, pump the arms as you step the legs up. Alternating, squeezing your butt. Oh yeah, or you can hold the weights. So if you're holding the weights, go ahead and grab the dumbbells. And let's not use the chair. If you need to use the chair, you can use the chair, but I'm going to demo without the chair. So weight is mostly in my heels. Stick my butt back, press through my heels, and squeeze. Here, and squeeze. Look forward. I'm just looking at the camera to make sure that my form is good, because I don't want to demo anything with bad form, because I don't want you doing anything that you're going to hurt yourself. Remember, check in with your upper body. Make sure that those shoulders are back and down, just like we did in that warm-up. Press through your heel, press through your big toe, squeeze your butt. Really think about squeezing the butt, turning it on. Okay, standing with my side body towards the stairs. This is my right foot. I'm going to step up. My right heel is going to make contact with the step, and then step down. Right heel, midfoot, and bend the toe. Keep your chest nice and open, and again, imagine that you're a marionette and that the puppeteer is lifting your chest with the string. So hopefully you're a little sweaty and your heart rate is up, okay? Now we're going to turn so that the other side of our body is making the contact with the step. And remember, as we step up, heel contacts first, squeeze the butt cheek, remind it to work, because our butts like to get lazy, and sometimes they stop working. So imagine that you're knitting your low front ribs in towards one another, and they're drawing down towards your hip bones to keep your core engaged, keep your low back safe. Okay, and that was the last of those exercises. Now we just have those cardio exercises. We're going to stretch, and then we get to go on with the rest of our day. Okay, so remember, we have that side-to-side step and pull. Pulling back. So again, like if you have that long elastic band, you could use that here and really work your chest. So your chest muscles are working as well as the muscles in your upper back. And of course, you're squeezing your butt here. Getting those good lateral movements that also strengthen our inner thighs and our outer hips that help keep our balance. Okay, those forward and backward steps. So I'm going to lead with my right foot this time. Front ribs in, pulling down, core engaged. Right foot, left, right back, left forward, right. See if we can go faster. Left, right, left. If there's some sort of arm movements that you want, well, I'm not coordinated enough, but if you are, and you can do some sort of arm movement here, the more muscles you're moving at the same time, the higher the calorie burn. I can only pump my arms. I'm not coordinated enough. Okay, hamstring curl. Arms up if you can. Remember, otherwise you're holding onto a wall or a chair to stay stable. I'm going to kick my heel in towards my butt. So kick, kick, kick. So this really opens up the front of our leg as we work the hamstring muscle in the back of the upper leg. Turn your music up a little bit. It's our last 15 seconds in this exercise for today. Last 5, 3, 2, and 1. And we have one last move, which is that standing crunch. So you can do it as the hinge or the full move by lifting the knee. Trying to keep those shoulder blades squeezed in towards one another, like you're doing a crunch, but we're standing. So we're working standing leg, but you really need to squeeze that butt cheek and press the standing heel into the ground, like you're stamping the ground away from you. And if the arms are too much, you can just hold them at your chest as you lift the knee, or keep them out by your side. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice. All right. So go ahead and find a wall, and you're just going to kind of do some kicks back and forth. Keep going. I need to turn that off so it doesn't ring again. Just kind of bringing the heart rate down, taking in some nice, deep breaths. And then that same leg, let's see, how can I do this best? You're going to pull up the heel up into your glute, just like we were doing on those heel kicks. So if you need to hold on to something here, hold on to something. You should feel a nice stretch in the front of that quad that we just worked. So imagine that I'm holding on to a chair, or I'm holding onto a wall as I do this. And I want to bring my knees in together. And then we're going to switch. So I'm going to hold onto the wall again. And I'm just going to kind of small kick forward, squeeze my butt as I come back with the other leg. Let's do 2 more. 1, 2. And then holding onto the wall, you're going to bend the knee, grab the top of the foot, and then bring your bent knee in towards your straight knee. So again, opening up the front, oops, I lost my balance, of that bent knee leg. Some slow breaths. Good. And then we can just do some little hip circles Side to side, should feel good in the low back. And then draw one arm across your body. Take some nice deep breaths. And then the other arm. Dropping the shoulder down. And then interlace your hands behind your back. Keep your shoulders stacked over your hips so we're not leaning forward. So maybe you can just like pull your arms down, but if you can interlace your hands, then interlace your hands, open up your chest, pull your hands down. And give yourself a pat on the back. You did it, nice job. And let me know what works, what you'd like to change, and we'll go from there. See you next time.